Hello, hello. We are live. And I was just trying to... Well, we were making this editor, the game editor. And I was trying to just change the styling a little bit to make it like less the default and just updated the design a little bit to make it feel more fresh and yeah, but to get maybe a little bit more darker colors. And I was just trying this out. And so what you do is for this ZGUI sort of library that I'm using, which is sort of a ImGUI bindings library for Zig. You can get the style with getStyle, which is a function in ImGUI as well. And then you get a pointer to the style object, which you can then sort of, yeah, just set a bunch of different things on. And so what I was trying out, I was just trying out this set colors dark to get maybe another color theme going. But when I try to run this, I get a compiler error, which we will see soon here, I think. There we go. And the compiler error says that no field name enum in union built-in .type. And I recognize this error because this is the error you get when the Zig versions are mismatching. So this actually targets Zig version 0.14, which I'm using 0.13, in which case this enum is named not like this, it's named with a big E instead. So they renamed this in the new version, and that's why I get the compiler error. Interestingly enough, everything else worked with ImGUI, so it's just this part which is like mismatched, even though this ImGUI library is supposed to be Zig version 0.14. I have successfully compiled it with 0.13 all the way up to until now. And so yeah, that's so what you could do to solve this is either look if there is a version of this library which supports 0.13 and downgrade it to that version. That's one way of doing it. Another way is to actually upgrade our editor code to be able to match 0.14. And I think that is the way to go, because I'm planning on upgrading the game code also to 0.14. But I was waiting for 0.14.1 to have a more stable version. But for the game editor, I think we can go ahead and upgrade it right away, because that will be a little bit of a warm-up also when we are upgrading to 0.14 in the game. So I think that's what I want to do. I wonder if there is maybe some documentation on how to upgrade. Otherwise I think it's just to just do it and fix all the compiler errors that you get. Hello. Hi bro, what are you doing? What are you doing now? What's the progress? So welcome. We are making a game and a game editor to make the game also. So right now I was talking about the library that we're using for the UI in the game editor. And we're using Zig version 0.13. So it's and the library that we're using actually uses Zig 0.14. So there's a mismatch in the library version. So we get a compiler error. And I'm thinking of just upgrading our game code or the game editor code to 0.14 instead of trying to get the library working with us. So, well, that's gonna also include upgrading other libraries to 0.14, but we want to do that anyway. So I think I want to embark on this journey now. And I'm just gonna search if there are any articles or something, resources to help us upgrade. Okay, maybe not for the code, but there we are using a tool. Why use 13 in the first place? Well, when I started, 4.14 was not released yet, so I was using the latest sort of released version. And I know that there was a master branch that you could use, but I opted against it since there was some breaking changes being made there as well. So I was like, okay, I don't know when this 0.14 is gonna be released, so I'm just gonna use the latest sort of released version. I started in November with the project, and then 0.14 wasn't released yet. But there's probably not that much to do. I'm worried about the build system though, because I've done some weird stuff with the build system, so I'll see how much there is to do here. But I do want to upgrade anyway, so I'm gonna have to upgrade like the game editor and the game code, because to me it's important for this code to stay sort of relevant, so to speak, in to be able to show to others, because it's not going to be interesting to show, you know, an old version, I guess. But let's see, because I think I have, what is it, SIG, is it, yeah, I'm using this one, ZVM, I think, yeah. So if we do list, we can see I have some different stuff here. And I think I need to, well, let's do upgrade first and see if there's a new version. Yes, there is. Okay, cool. And then, so this program is like a manager to help you install Zig and install different versions of Zig. So I can use this to upgrade to 0.14 or install a version of 0.14 and use that one. So I think I want to install 0.14 because I don't think, well, let's do list all to see what we have. Okay, I think I'm also using a different, yeah, you can see there 0.14 is not in here, and we got this Mac stuff. That's because I'm using a different list here, because I was trying to use, yeah, I was trying to install another version. So I have to change this thing now. ZVM VMU, set ZVM's version map. Yeah, I think this one. Okay, let's try Zig. Okay, so okay, default. So I'm gonna do default on both of those, and now we can do ZVM and then list and then all, and now we can see we have 0.14.1. Is it released? Apparently, because I've been looking basically every day for the release of this. Oh, it is released. Oh, okay, cool. So we can do that right away then. That's really good, because, yeah. we don't have to upgrade again. Well, it's probably gonna be maybe more versions, maybe 0.2. Well, not that I can see. Okay, you actually don't see what I'm doing here, but apparently 0.14.1 has actually been released. So let's use that. So we'll do install 0.14.1. So now we have Sig. Okay. Or yeah, you have to type like this. But the thing is, I think I'm using this though. So this version is still 0.13. So I have to see what I can do there. Let me see if I can bring up this here. Okay, so I have this here as well. Yeah, I'm just gonna upgrade my Windows version as well. So yeah, so I'm just upgrading my Windows version to 0.14.1. Okay, and now see, and now we can. Oh, what happened there? Okay, I don't know. Wait, Sig, what's happening? Okay, I'm confused. Okay. Okay, now it should work. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Now we have 0.14.1. So if we now just try and run this, now it's gonna be running with failure. Yeah. So wait. Expected. Okay. Wow, that was really fast. Okay. Anyway, expected enum literal. What? Okay, so now we have to go and update a whole bunch of stuff. So now we have the new version, but now we have to update to the new format. So let's do that. Is there maybe some documentation on that? Because I mean, I guess one way would be to just reinstall these things. Let me check if there is like, yeah, we have release notes. Okay, I'll just show this and we can go through it a little bit. Whoops. Yeah, so here's Zig 0.14 release notes. So I'm hoping that we can see maybe some documentation here for upgrading. I'm just reading through a little bit here. Build system upgrades, yeah. So we'll start with the build system upgrades. So yeah, we're looking for these breaking changes, I guess. Install header, install config header, compile. Well, actually, you know what? We'll start with just upgrading the packages to the latest versions, because they should all be using 0.14. Well, except this one, I guess. I have to upgrade this one separately. So I'll just have to go over here. And then yeah, all of these. Well, I guess only the one that we're actually using. So it's gonna be this one. Actually, this one. Yeah. So let's start there. Oh. Hang on. Oh. It got opened in like a weird window here. So which one? I thought that you could just download. Oh wait. Yeah, you have to type git plus. That's right. I forgot about that. There we go. And we also need this one. Whoops. We have to go over to that one there. Oh, I forgot git plus. Oh, and then if you don't know the name, if it doesn't have a name, you can type like this: save equals name, and this one will say is rl img, so then it will save it as that package. Okay. All right. We're not really using this, but I guess we can do this one as well. Oh, it doesn't have a name, or wait. Name must be valid. Okay, you know what? We're not really using this anyway, so I think I'm just gonna remove this. Is there a way to actually do it like programmatically or through? So I'm just gonna do this, and we'll probably need to do it with the other stuff as well. But I won't bother with that right now. And then we'll go to the build system. So here's probably a lot of stuff that has been changed. Oh yeah, the LSP probably needs to upgrade as well. But I won't bother with that for now. So let's just see. Where is these things? Yeah, here's, whoops. Let's remove this, because I was like toying around with trying to use like XML to generate code for like yeah, it was a whole thing. Read only? Why is it read only? Okay. Let's see, we have a whole bunch of stuff here. So we're not gonna use this XML gen stuff. So yeah. We are going, oh yeah, setup. So this one we don't call. Yeah, it's a bit of a mess, this whole setup here. I'm just trying to get it working as minimally as possible here. So this one we have this generated layout. The thing is, this one we can just we should have this somewhere. Oops, generated. No, maybe not. Okay, I'm gonna go here and look for generated layout. Oh yeah, because it's in like a cache thing. Yeah, so we'll copy this and we'll do sig, well, sig cache, oops. Right, so this is the whole thing. I'll copy, actually we're not even using this. Yeah, this was supposed to be like the generated code, so you would provide an XML file and it would sort of generate a layout function for you to actually do the stuff that you wanted to do in XML, sort of like HTML, and then so, but yeah, I'm not really doing that way anymore. So let's not bother with that. So I think I'll just remove this altogether. And we don't need you. And so I think we can just remove that here. And we don't need this. Oops. All right. Okay. Anything else that we need to get rid of? Well, I guess we can just run it and see what it complains about. Okay, so here we can see the example also has a build.sig.son file. So I guess if we then go there, I think it's this one. Yeah. And we type sig, and I think it's like fetch. I have to Google this. Let's see. Zig fetch local directory, local path. Wait. Okay, so let's just do this. Let's do that. Why is it taking so long? Okay, you know what? Okay. I am just gonna open up this one and see how they do it, because here apparently this works. So there's a name and then there's... So why doesn't that work? Don't understand. Okay, I'll just check how it's supposed to be now. Name version are limited to 32 bytes. Wait. Okay, I'll show this here. New package hash format. Oh, right. That's right. So couldn't we see this here? Right, name, blah, 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 okay. Name version of the, okay. But these are in the hash now, I guess. To get them a name, yeah. So this apparently is wrong. Expected enum literal. Oh, this one. What? Okay, I'll just search for this. Build.sig.son name expected enum literal. Compiling returns. Package names. Well, I don't. Okay. Okay, let's do that. Let's remove it, because there's really the only thing here is like the dependencies. So let's just remove it, and then init. Right. Oh, it created a root. I don't want that. Okay, the sig.son. So this one updated. Okay, so now it's like a weird enum thing. Huh. Strange. Okay. Well, I would have to read up on the reasons for that. But okay. Semantic version, yeah, okay. So let's just remove a fingerprint, sure, why not? Okay. Minimum version. Okay, good. They included. This has not been part of SIG before, which has been a hassle trying to find the correct version of packages to match your SIG version. But now this is really good change. Okay. SIG fetch save URL example hash blah 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 blah. path. Yeah. Okay. I think what you could do is you could say this is this guy. Okay, and then we go down to the hash, or the path, I mean. And this one is over there. Lazy false. When this says the true package is declared to be lazily fetched, this means makes the dependency only fetch if it's actually used. Is it default to true? Or I guess it's default to false. Would be nice to have. Okay, so I'm wondering about this one, paths. I don't know what this is. Specifies the set of files and directories that are included in this package. Okay. Only files and directories listed are included in the hash that is computed for this package. So it's like if you want to make it public, these are the like the public files. Okay. Cool. Wait. A directory means files within a. Okay, yeah. So I don't worry about that because, yeah, we don't really care. Okay, so the only thing we need to do is this then. And then we add this and I guess fingerprint. So that means we have to delete this. Yeah, we want to update all of these anyway. But what happens if we try to run this now? Oh, we got a failure, of course. Yeah, so we have to update these. Okay, so let's go. Well, what we could do is I will save all of this in a new thing. And we will remove. Well, we can keep. Let's do this. Let's do a macro here. We'll do this. And then we go to the end. And we go left, left, left. Right, like that. Go to the end. And then delete, delete. Okay. Now we got all that. And yeah, I'll just delete the end here. Okay. Yeah, I've been doing it a bit differently when I first started out and trying to use this system here. I was like finding the specific version and included that in the URL, and you don't actually have to do that. The only thing you have to do is because otherwise it would download like the master version or something like that, and it would keep updating and it wasn't like working correctly. So what you could do is just type git plus and then just a repository. You will install the latest version of that package. Okay, now we have all those. Now what we could do is we can just say the same thing for here. So we'll delete this and then do init, and we remove root, and we also don't want the main for this one because it's a library. I wonder if there's like different. No. So you can't like initialize for a specific like thing. But anyway, now this one should be like that. Okay, and then I want to remove all of those. Okay, and now we just want to fetch all of these things. So I'm going to let's do this, and then actually we can do this s and then whatever plus no wait wait, why doesn't that work? Okay, I'll just do this. Okay, and then we have this one or this as well. Okay, and then we wanna, I guess you could do this as well. You can just say white space. Well, I guess, well, not white space. White space. Wait, why does that doesn't match mustache there? Strange. Okay, and then we just remove that. Okay, now we have all of these, and we will join those. We will copy. Wait, I wonder if you can actually do this. Like multiple things. Okay, yeah, you can't do that. So we will do undo and then sig fetch, save. Yeah, and then we'll just run these. Huh, okay, so this one actually doesn't have support for... Well, let's do this. Let's remove the sig cache just to make sure that we don't have anything there. And I think we'll remove this cache as well. Okay, and now let's see if this works. No. So this package we can just do away with. We are not really using that anyway. I was just trying out different backends to the sort of library that we're using, but we're actually only using like the imgui library. So I will just actually remove this and not use it, I guess. Okay, let's do this one. Does that work? Okay, that seems to work. Cool. We don't use this, so I'm just gonna remove that. This one we could try. Yeah, that works. And let's ignore that as well. This one we can use. Oh, it's update. Okay, cool. And then imgui there as well. Oh yeah, so unable to determine name. So I think we didn't get that before. Yeah. So now we have to say RL imgui there to save it as that. There we go. Now we should be good. And if we open this again, now we have all of these installed here. Cool. All right. And if we try to run this now, we should get some more build errors and stuff. Yep. Yeah, so now we're in the build system. And I guess this is a bad example to do because it's the DVUI and we're not installing that, we're not using that. So let's see. Yeah, this is running this example. So I think what we'll do is we will run. Do we have to build like a minimal example in the other thing? I don't think we have in GUI here. What is this? What is this using? Clay? Okay, I think what we'll do, we'll copy basic. No. And we will copy that to Ingrid. Oh. Okay, let's just do copy. There's something wrong with my setup there. I just want to do this so I can easily fix all the compiler errors and then move on to the editor. Wait, I don't need to CD in there. Okay, and then we go back. Wait, what did I do? There. Okay, now we have. Oh. I wonder what it did before. No. Here's this one. Okay. So now we'll do Ingrid here instead. And we'll edit session to run Ingrid. Okay, and then we'll source the session and we'll try to run this and we will get an error. Okay, yeah. So Ingrid, we will have to do the same thing here. Remove this. Okay. Right. And now we have a dependency. Oops. Which is path. There we go. Okay. Now let's try and run this. Okay, we get some compile errors now. So now we go to Ingrid build and we'll start to figure out what we can do here to fix this issue here. So we got an error in this function, which is sort of like a special function, really. Okay, so the type of this is apparently not correct. Expected module found compile. Fine. Wait, maybe I should update the LSP because it's not really working as, yeah. CLS. Okay. So why doesn't it exist? Okay, I'm not bothered with that right now. I'm just gonna go to the build file here. Build, yeah. And here's the setup function. This wants a module, and this one returns a compile. Now, how did you get the module from that? I think this one actually does it right. Wait, why am I not? Oh, maybe in here. Okay, here we go. Wait. Oh, so we're not actually calling it in here though. Okay, what about in this file? No? Okay. So if we look at how this build setup is set up, we have this context thing. Now what was that? I don't remember. So it's oh yeah, okay. So this one has like all the dependencies and modules and stuff. Right. Now we set up ZXG on that. That's right. So I think I need to basically copy this sort of structure here. So I'll just copy this, and I will well, let's do this, and then build context. Oops. Okay. And then back here, and we will import that. Okay, and then we get the context, and we need to initialize. And B is the build thing. Okay. And then we don't need to run this. So we're basically just doing everything in here. Okay, we don't need to run, we don't need to do this tool because we don't have a tool in there. And then it's basically the same thing, I guess, there. Yeah. And then context, yeah, and then I just do this. Whoops. Which these functions all like add the modules to the exe module. And then we have this convenience function. So this one, all it does is this. So it installs, as we're doing here, install. It does run artifact. That one we're doing down here. Actually, let's move these up there so we get the same. So I'm now, it's basically all the same thing. Yeah. Okay, now let's try and run this and see what happens. Oh, we got some errors. Expected after, oh, there's a syntax error here. There. Unable to load utils. Oh, so the context also uses utils, I guess. For what? Add module imports. Okay, let's just copy this function. I have this weird function. I'm not sure if this, how good this will work in the new version. So yeah, okay, there we go. So this one, yeah, it feels a little bit hacky. I was looking at a source module and I wanted to import, let's see what's happening here. We're taking the modules of C and importing it into the target. Yeah. Because I think that actually was necessary for some reason. We're importing like the header files and stuff, I think. Yeah. So if you have, this was, because this was like a C library or a bunch of different C libraries that we wanted. And then here I go through all of the headers, I think, or imports, and make them available for, I don't think, there should be a way that you're not actually meant to do this. I'm not sure exactly. It was because I think I wanted to share this module between other modules or something. I don't know. There's probably a way better, easier way to do this, but yeah. Anyway, let's try and run it now. Okay, we got a little bit further, it felt like. So now we're in, still, okay, still in the build file here at 22, okay. Okay, so now this one is apparently already a pointer, so we can do this. Alright. Right, so now we are in build this one at 53. Okay, now we don't actually want this thing, so I think we'll just remove that. We'll remove this as well, and this. Okay. Um, 127, include artifacts. What's the issue? No field name. Oh. Oh, okay, yeah, so we are, I think we'll remove these. Wait, am I stupid? Oh, we already have a ZGUI example. Okay, that's the imGUI. Yeah, okay. I forgot about that. Okay, whatever. Let's just carry on. Let's remove those, and then we'll have, I guess we'll have a else. And not do anything, I guess, for now. I'm just gonna do this a little bit quick and I'll clean up later because I just want to make it work first. Okay, now we got more. No dependency named raylibzig. Oh, do we actually need this? I guess maybe we do actually. Oh wait, yeah, raylibzig. We need that. Did that disappear? No, we have it here. In where? Well, it is there. raylib-sig. Oh, it's named raylib_sig. Okay, so it changed the name. So it's called this. Yeah. Wait, is it emitting something? Are we done? No, of course not. Okay, we got a panic. No dependency named Zigui. Right. Did we forgot that as well? Okay, did we really forget Zigui? Clay, Raylib, Moustache, UID, DVUI. Yeah, there it is. Okay. Oh, but we need to. Okay. I will copy this like so. Wait, I have to do this. Oops. Go out here. Then wait, is there like a okay, there we go. Okay, there we go. Now we should have it. Okay, more errors. No dependency name NFD. Okay, so let's go to our example now, which is like kind of weird because yeah, actually we don't have a generated layout. I'll go to the Zigui example. Yeah, so it's basically the same thing. Yeah, we just need to define our layout function and possibly do things as well. So I'm just oops, layout. Yeah, and that's it. That's the whole thing. NFD. Why would we need NFD? Oh. Oh. This is actually okay. Yeah, let's remove NFD because that's for like the other project. We don't use NFD here. And UUID is, well, let's just keep it and see if it complains, I guess. Let's remove NFD. Yeah, remove this. Okay, there we go. And then we'll go back to build, and we can remove NFD. Okay. Because that was a dependency of the other project that we copied the build file from. Okay, what's the issue now? No dependency name UUID. Do we even need UUID? I don't think we really need it. Yeah, let's just remove that as well. Okay. Okay. Oh. Okay, sorry. I did not realize that the browser was visible. Oh my god. How long has that been there? That's embarrassing. Sorry. That's pretty funny. Man, I hate it when I do that. I often forget about those things. I'm so into the thing that I don't really notice that. Okay, but now let's see. We have progressed a bit, so now I think we actually get compiler errors in the program now, maybe. Hopefully. Maybe. What's happening? Build 7 failed. Build command. Where's the actual error at? Okay, libc.sig file not found. Right, so okay, so we need that, which is here, libc. It's not libc, you know, it's, but this is the one that we need to create this file as well. So let's copy this, and we'll go over here, and we will make a new directory called lib, and here we do c.sig, and we will paste this in. There we go. And now we can see if we can start this now. If this works, there wasn't much changes that I needed to do in the build system. I believe there should be more, but maybe I didn't use the things that was gonna break. We'll see. Probably the thing that loops through imported stuff and adds it to the new module probably will fail at some capacity. Okay, here we go. Unused function. Okay, so we actually get compiler errors now. Interesting. Main. Okay, yeah, so let's just remove that. Oh, hey, look, even LSP sort of works. Well, the formatting at least. Okay, what's going on now? Error union is ignored. Load font. So let's do a try. It's pretty fast, but I think it's just because it's a smaller project. I wonder if the incremental compilation is on by default. Expected. Yeah, it's a const, so this has to be right. This is a const. Can you do a var here, or do you have to do it in the function? Let's just do it here. Oops. Wait, what am I doing? This is the struct. Yeah, we need the context here. Context, and then this one is context like this. There we go. Okay, it's running. Cool. So great. Now I think we can just we can push this update to 0.14.1. And I will okay, cool. Now let's see if we can update this as well. So we have to do the same thing here. So let's go to this son file, and the only dependencies we have are these, and hopefully these are all updated as well to the latest. So yeah, so I'll just write them down. It's this one and this, and then UUID. Is it just called UUID? Yes. Okay. And then you know, it's gonna be this. Wait. Okay. And we'll remove this file. We do sig init, remove root, and wait, we already have root. Yeah, we can. This is like the default file or something. Okay. Actually, the only thing it created was sig.son, so good. And now we do sig fetch save. And we install that. Okay, this one we have to say nfd sig like this, and then UUID. Yeah, okay, so nfd was actually a C library, so yeah, and UUID works, so great. Okay. Cool. And that's the upgrade. Oh, I think this, because this is now like an enum, the name actually, oh, like it has underscores instead of dashes or hyphens or whatever. Okay. And is there anything we needed to change here? Let's try and run this. What kind of errors will we find here? Not found. What's this? Global cache. Wait. What's happening here? I'll just restart. And oops. Come on. Can I just remove this? I don't understand this. File not found. Can I remove this? Let's just remove it. Because it's probably like maybe jumbled up with SERP 13, I don't know. I mean, it's a cache, so should be safe to remove, right? Okay, there we go. And let's try again. Should like download everything again that it needs. No, it gets some weird ZXG build 6G.sig file not found. Can we actually go there? Key. This seems to be the thing. Oh, is it because it's not part of the... Oh, okay, yeah. So it was actually necessary to change this. We need build, and I think, do we need anything else? I don't think we need anything else. Yeah, let's try that. Right, and now we need to fetch you. Yeah. Okay, great, nice. Yeah, okay, we got the same errors here, so let's go and fix that. So these does not need to be referenced. Okay, there we go. It would be magical if it just worked now. Seems to be doing, oh, the generate stuff. We don't actually need to do that. I think we can just remove those steps. Yeah, that will speed up compilation also, maybe. Oh wait, this is generate UV. So that's actually a different tool, or it's a different like program. I guess that's fine. I don't really use that. That was just a tool that I quickly did to generate like a texture. Why is it taking so long? Okay, we got some errors. Okay, here we go. So context 85. Right, so now we're getting actual compiler errors here. Expected rayleigh texture found error. Okay, so now these return errors. Oh, my LSP doesn't work, of course. So is this right. We could probably move those to a different step. Let's check main here. We're doing context init. No. Yeah, this one, context init, and then we do restore session somewhere. Yeah. So we could load things in there instead. We could also move them to textures, but I'm just gonna opt for the most quick way right now, and we can fix it later. Okay, let's do that. And then in here we do a whole bunch of stuff. Okay, and then in the end we can do these things. And since this is can fail here, we have a bang here, which is like an error type. We can actually use try on these. Oh. It feels like the compilation is a bit faster, but it might just be a trick. Let's do try. Let's just make this super easy here. Try. There we go. I don't even need to compile this tool here. Gen image color unused. Oh. There we go. What's this now? Expected type, rayleigh texture. Right. We're going back and forth between the different things. Wait. Do I have to wrap? I have to do this. No. Expected rayleigh image. Found error. Oh, this one. Okay, this one. So this one should be try there. Interesting that it wouldn't complain here first. But maybe it's because it's putting it later or something. This again. Oh, so this one is actually not. Oops. Returning an error. Okay. Well. Okay. Yeah, I know this. I think it's just these ones are renamed to just that, I believe. Yeah, now we get on which one? C. Okay. Now all of these can be an error. So either you could just, because this is temporary anyway, I'm just gonna fix these by doing catch unreachable. So okay, it didn't remove the thing. We're gonna probably have a whole bunch of small errors to fix. Yeah, this is low texture. So I think since this is unknowable, I think what we'll do is we will just we will do catch, and I will log this out. Whoops. Oh yeah, this doesn't work. Wait, is it log? Wait, what was it? Log. Okay, log error, and then could not load texture. And then we will set this to null. I guess it should be null anyway since we're loading, so we don't really need to do anything. There we go. Wait. Error. Oh no, I think it's just error. Okay. So let's do a label and the result will be null. Does that work? Yes. Okay, so here we have JSON 91. Yeah, so now we got these ones. Now, these are the results of type info. It's actually stud.built-in, like this one, .type. This is a union enum or tagged union, and all of these were basically lowercase at the start. So, and since they are keywords, you actually have to use this syntax to be able to write it out, I believe. And that's the only change that you need to do there. got the same thing over here. I guess we could maybe do a search and replace. Okay, let's do that. Let's do... I guess pointer is not a keyword, so we can just do that. Slice, it's not a keyword either, I don't think. Okay. Slowly but surely. And there's also not just the syntax errors, but actually you can change the syntax of some stuff. Like for example, when you initialize a new struct, you can just type dot in it. You don't have to type the type and then dot in it, unless it's not known what type it is. Like for here example, instead of typing scene entity dot in it, since we already know this takes scene dot in entity as a parameter, you actually can omit that and just do dot init, which is really nice. So because then you don't even have to import possibly that type in this file, which is really nice. Okay, but the problem here is this. I believe maybe they just removed key here, I'm gonna guess, in the new version here, 206. Yeah. So let's see if we can key and then we'll just remove that. Let's hope that that didn't mess up a whole bunch of stuff now. 214. Oh yeah, and also mouse button. Yeah, now we're in time map, which it has the same issue or same problems. Wait. Now, layout time. There we go. And let's do the key as well. Okay, and now we're in layout utils. That one down, tools brush. Pretty easy fix. It's a good change. They didn't need to have those. It's implied what type it is, since... Oh, okay, there we go. Now we've updated to 0.14.1 from 0.13. Oh, but we have we have some errors now. Okay, interesting. Those might have been there from... No, I haven't seen these before. Also, there's a weird like rotation thing going on these rectangles. Huh, what's this? Program error 3 visible items with conflicting ID. Oh, okay. So now you have to, I guess with the latest version you have to push your ID individually for these ones. Okay, but that's an easy fix. Well, I say it's an easy fix, but then again it might be involving doing stuff. Okay, but anyway, where is this? This is in Assets Manager. Okay, but we got the whole thing running, so that's a huge... it was way easier than I anticipated, actually. Not that many changes. Okay. Where is this? This is in the loop for the items and stuff. So here's the current directory. Oh yeah, that's that button there, and then we have all of the directories and files. And so which one would it be? It's probably this selectable then. And the label is, so okay, the label is the same. So I think it's that one is complaining about. Let's try push string ID. You can do string ID, or you could do pointer ID, I believe. And the pointer, what would the pointer be? Maybe from F, the node. Yeah. Let's do the node. So that means we have to get the original here and then here as well. And then we have to do that, I think. And then all of these, we have to do this. Okay. And now we can say push, and then just put node in there. That should be the same ID, a stable ID, I should say, between loops. Oh, what happened there? Oh, I need to, so we're pushing it, and then after we're done we need to pop it as well. Pop ID. Okay, now we don't get these errors. Cool. So you have to give, you can't have the same label. The label is used as a ID. So we have to, so what you could do is you could push an ID, and then the next item will get that ID. And the ID that we're using is, you have to use a stable ID that's going to stay the same through different loops, iterations, and throughout the whole program basically. And then, well, it doesn't have to be the whole program, I guess, just, yeah, in the same so it's just so that SIGUI will know, or ImGUI will know, that when you click or double click on something, it knows that which one you're clicking or double clicking through those frames. And then you have to pop it as well. So now we have a unique ID for each one of these items in this list. These ones. So now, for example, if I want to open, let's try and open this one. Yeah. There we go. And the time map, oh, it crashed. Okay. Why did it crash? Insertion failed. ImGUI. Okay, so there's some issue with ImGUI here. Enter returns true. Should be 0, it says. Wait. Right. So it's not, it doesn't want enter returns true to be enabled for some reason. And I think we have that enter returns true now. Yeah, so here's the time map. We have it in different places. And I believe I have this because we type enter, that will actually, the idea was that we only go in here if we press enter. So why would that not be like what you want to do? Let's try false on this one and see if that fixes it. Okay. But now the issue is here is each time we change, it's gonna do the thing. So I don't want that. Maybe we should have a button instead. Like you change here and then you have a button which says okay. This should really be maybe a pop-up instead. Like change size and then you change there and then, because it's such a jarring change that you're trying to do here. And it's gonna mess up with the undo redo as well. Okay. Yeah, I guess we'll have it like this for now. We'll just put a to do here, fix it later. Yeah, okay. I don't know what to type here. Okay. So great. That seems to work though. Let's see if we got some other errors. We can do that. We can. Oh, okay. So here we got the same issue as the other one. So we will have to go and fix that as well. This is in the set tiles thing. Set tile. And we are. Yeah, this one. So yeah, here's the selectable. So here we have to push. I guess we can use X and Y. Okay, I'm gonna look something up. If we can use a formatting function, that would be good. We could also just, I guess we could just make a buffer, but I'm just gonna see if there's a built-in for this. So I'm gonna look for Zigui, and then we'll search for push string ID. Push string ID, okay. Is there anything else we can use? Maybe some sort of pointer. Okay, so what we could do is we could say we can make a buffer. So let's do ID buffer, which is a it's gonna be like, let's just do 16 U8s and we'll set it down to 5. So we're gonna use this buffer to write in X and Y in there, and that will be our unique ID. And the ID is going to be format buff print set, and then ID buffer, and then this is the format, so it's just going to be this. Well, actually it's going to be this, and then I think you do this to get no decimals. We'll see what happens. And then well, we can use comma or whatever, doesn't matter. Yeah, and then the parameters are x and y. So now we get a unique ID for each coordinate, and we can use that. Well, we don't want it in here, but we do push string ID this time, and we'll push this in there. And then after we do pop ID. Okay, let's hope this works. What's the error now? Use of undeclared. Oh, we haven't imported. This. Expected type slice. Oh, wait, what? Push string ID expects. Hang on, 1 second. Push string ID. It expects just a normal, it doesn't expect a zero terminated. I thought it would, because we're interfacing with like a C library. So I thought it would, okay, expect a zero terminated thing, string. But the thing that is complaining about is not that, it's complaining about the error, no space left. So we'll just catch unreachable here because we know that we should be good. Okay. Okay, now we don't have these errors anymore. Cool. Okay, so let's try and just do this. We'll try and save. We will exit out, reload, and there we go. Cool. Now let's try opening the scene. Yeah, and here's the scene. And yeah, it looks good. Let's try and bring in this guy, save. Oh, we got a memory leak, I think. Oh, a lot of memory leaks. Entity. Where is the scene? 215. Context allocator create scene entity. Okay. Are we not handling the initialization here properly? This is the scene persistent data. Here we have, actually, yeah, here we have entities. So the initialize will destroy it. Right. Yeah, and then I'm pretty sure this one actually calls the initialize, yes. Unless we are using like a different allocator, but then we should get like an error for that, I think. Because it's like complaining about us not doing this, basically. but we should be doing that unless we maybe removed an entity. Okay. I'm just gonna do this. I'm loading it up and exiting, and there you go, there. But once I add one, then it fails. Metadata. Draw entity. What? I was initializing. Oh. Oh. Here it fails, okay. So we should, okay. It's initializing an entity and then drawing it. I mean, we could do this. Okay, we'll add one. Okay, now that is gone. What if we add one and then delete it and then exit? Okay, now I also get an error. So I think that's because when we delete, we don't clean up entirely. So let's go to, and I don't like this anyway, since we're just trying to draw something. We don't really need to like allocate metadata or stuff for it. We just need some parts of the entity. So maybe we'll change this in the future so we don't have to deal with allocating stuff. It seems very unnecessary. But okay, now the issue was leaking here. Okay, we're in here 217. So here as well, we're actually creating. Yeah, okay. So we're creating it, and then when we delete the entity, we actually don't delete it entirely. So where do we it should be like here. Delete entity. Okay. So scene document, delete. Right, so we are getting the index. We remove it. We need to grab it out as well. Actually, this needs to be a var. I'm not sure what I was thinking here. We need to properly deinitialize this. And we also need an allocator. And we also need to destroy this entity as well. There we go. Now we also need to add allocator here. Okay. Go back here and we need to pass this. Scene document. swap remove. Local variable shadows function. Oh. Wait. We already have the entity. Okay, so we don't need to grab it there, so we can just use it directly. Okay. Okay, let's try it again. Delete. Okay, there we go. Now the memory leaks are gone. Great. So I'm just gonna try some more. Well, play is not gonna work because we have not yet updated the game code. Well, I mean, it's gonna work. Well, no, it's not gonna work. And then can we change the time map? No, we already have. We only have one time map. Reset the camera. Yeah. So basically, this everything should work here. Select probably does work. Yeah. So there's copy. Squash history, save. Oh, here we got a crash. Okay. No leaks, but a crash. Seg fault. We're trying to free this. Apparently, we're doing it maybe more than once. Or some reference is botched up somewhere. Self-selected. That's a slice. Okay, yeah. Was it indeed? Yeah, it's a slice. So, okay. To make sure this doesn't happen, I think we can just set this to an empty thing. Maybe. Oh, and then this needs to be immutable. And yeah, I can't look this up, but I can look at the error. Yes. Other grid. Also, just to be safe, when we initialize, we want to set this to nonce also, just to make sure. Yeah. Okay. So let's do whatever we did before. Squash history, save, then exit. Okay, now we don't get errors. Okay, cool. Yeah. I mean, there was probably some issue where we maybe called it more than one time. I don't know. But yeah. Or yeah, we called the initialize maybe and then called it again when we exit, and because the state was like here, so we set it to an empty slice, so next time you go in here it doesn't say that the length is more than 0 and it doesn't go in here again. Okay. Great, I think we're actually done with the editor for 0.14.1. I have not put that in a to-do here, but I'll just do this. Update to 0.14.1. Okay, cool. Next up is the game code. There's also more stuff that I need to do with the game code, which is to update the JSON format to match the new format from the game editor. But we can start here. And I need to do this. What? Oh, I forgot to commit. Update to 0.14.1. There we go. Cool. All right. So next up is the physics or the game engine. Right. And this one we know works. Entity, I have no idea if... I'm pretty sure that has this latest one. Z-Tracy, I'm not sure, but we're not using that right now anyway. So I'm just gonna... Okay, we'll keep this around. We'll remove you. And then copy that. Sig fetch, save. Then this needs to be git plus. Okay, nice. And then entity. Okay. I'll try with this and see. What? Am I offline? What happened? No, this works. Okay, I don't know what's going on there. Did I remove this? Oh, it's gone. What? Okay. Interesting. I would have to find another what's it called? Profiling thing. In that case, okay. Huh. Okay. Interesting. Right. So let's see if there was there any other pause that I need now. Okay. So let's see if this compiles at all. Probably not. We'll see. I mean, the example, I need to fix this example also. No dependency. Wait, raylib sync? Oh yeah. So raylib zig. The new names are have underscores instead. So this would be this. now it should complain about the example zone file, or maybe not. Duplicate. No. Oh my god, this is gonna be okay. So this is kind of strange. We have this field called AABB. We also have a function, a declaration called AABB, and that's not allowed in the new version. It's allowed in the old version, but not in the new version. Yeah. I guess it makes sense. It's like, do you mean the field, the function, or do you mean the wait, do you mean the field or the function? Yeah. And so this is used as a cache for the ABB, and then the function actually calculates it. So where do we actually call this? Wait, are we not calling it at all? No, we should be calling it somewhere. Yeah. Wait, why do we get this? Is it a fuzzy match? No, I don't get it. Let's do ABB. Okay. Yeah, but this is maybe we could change it. We could, maybe we could put it outside. Here, like this. Or we could just rename it. We could rename it to like calculate ABB, something like that. And then yeah, we have to search. But now we can just, now we can say this. Now these ones we don't need to change. And this one is fine. Oh, it needs to be like, okay, I guess we can just run and see what errors we get. Duplicate struct member name vertices. What? Is it the same thing here? Maybe. Yeah. Okay. But this one is not a like member function, whatever you want to call it. Like it doesn't have self here. I guess this would also be like set vertices or something like that. Set vertices is probably a better name, because this actually like changes the buffer, so I'm just gonna call it set vertices here. Yeah. And then where is it called here? Set vertices. Wait, this is not set vertices. No, that's actually, this is like get vertices. Let's see where we have to change stuff. I have to fix my LSP as well, but I'm gonna do that later. Okay, so here we got some weird stuff. Okay, so this is the entity library, which seems to have some updates. Let's see how bad this is. Wait. Where are we? Multi-view. Here we go. Draw 28. So what's the issue here? Expected type found comtime int. Oh, so they changed this. Well, that's good. So before you had to type like how many sort of includes do you have or how many excludes, instead of just typing the types out directly. So this one, yeah, we can just copy this. Also, I'm gonna try out some of the new features here, and then this one would be, it doesn't have to be a slice, so we have to do this, I think. Okay, is that better? Let's see what it complains about now. I think so. 28. No? What's up? Const type found const construct comtime type. Maybe we don't need that. I thought that this was how you create a slice. Let's try to remove this. Okay. Okay, so that works. Now I want to try also another thing. So wait, no, I don't actually. Whatever. Okay, so the next one is rigid view or rigid body. And I guess I can just copy the entire thing. Okay. Here we go. We got the key and the mouse. Wait. Do I really need to do that? I think I could just remove this as well. How do you remove like the search thing? Okay. Let's just do that. Draw. Okay. So we'll do RL keyboard key underscore. Whoops. Then we need a dot as well. Okay. What's this now? Expected type ready font found error. So it's what? Yeah, the get font default. So this could be an error apparently. And I guess I will catch default. Or catch unreachable, I mean. Oh, there we go. Now it works. Cool. All right. So I guess the physics system is now, or I mean the game engine is updated as well. Huh, I didn't need to do the example. I guess the example is like baked into the, it's in the main source.main or source/main. Okay, cool. Really nice. Oh, where is it? Michael. Oh my god. No! What the hell? Okay. Quick! Oh my god. Where the hell is my tokens? Why did that happen? Oh my god, okay. I deleted it. Did anything happen? I don't think so. It would be really weird if something happened there. Yeah, I don't think so. Where is my... I'm just checking May. Can I get like... Yeah. Nothing happened. Yeah. Okay, cool. Alright. Okay, crisis averted. I really need to do this in a better way so this doesn't happen. Okay, I need to create another token here. Right. One second. Maybe I should have like another window or something where I do that. Okay, I actually, yeah, I'm gonna open up a new window that you cannot see, and I am going to change my token there, and then I'm going to copy that. Okay, now it's copied. I'm going to go to CGE. Okay. Wait, what the fuck? Okay, 1 second here. What's happening? No. Push. Okay, I don't know what's going on here. Username denied. No, what the hell is going on? I know this is riveting. I just need to fix the thing here. Wait. Okay, I don't know what's going on. I need to fix this. There we go. Save, yes. Copy this. Push. Why am I getting? I'm getting like 403. What's happening? What does that mean? Okay, let me check. Wait, why does it say it doesn't have access to any repositories? Okay, maybe that's why it... Okay, I have to see what permissions to give here. Repository. Content, commits, yeah. That one should be read and write. Otherwise, I think we don't really need anything. Yeah, update. Okay, I did not need to regenerate it, I don't think. So let's try this again. Push. Okay, there we go. Whew. Now it's updated. Okay. That was okay. Right. So I will not try and paste my token in here anymore. Okay. So right. So now we have the game editor is fine. Now it's the game code that needs to be updated. So we'll do the same procedure here. Going to build.sig.zone. We are going to I'll just copy this part. Oh, I don't need to copy it. I can just do this. Remove here. Come on. And then we'll do sig fetch, save, git plus. Oh, we can do copy that. There we go. Yeah, we can just do this entity. It's nice now that you can just use the latest version as well, instead of not. Get all the latest nice quality of life stuff. Okay, I think we're back to where we want to be, and here you can see the new thing. There we go. Okay, and if we go to build, probably need to change this. Yes, underscore. Okay, let's actually see if we can run this. There's gonna be a whole bunch of different compiler errors, but let's just see if we can get there. It was actually way less painful to update than I was thinking. Now we're just gonna have to get used to the new syntax that you can use. I guess the old syntax still works though, so that's good. Draw timer. Okay, so we're straight into compilers. Very nice. Yeah, it's gonna be these things. Okay. So how do I want to do it here? I mean, draw timer player. This, or why are we loading a thing in here? Where Where? What? We're loading from a texture, which we get from there. Okay. I guess we'll just catch unreachable here. Oh yeah, I think we're doing this if it doesn't exist, maybe. I don't know. Oh yeah, this is like the initial. Okay, yeah. This is only called once for each layer, I think. Yeah. Okay. I was a little bit confused there. But let's just catch unreachable there, because I believe it's just like error, like memory errors or something. I don't know. 68. Okay, let's do that. Yeah. Wait. What is actually the error here? Is it this one to texture? Yeah. Camera 5. Okay. I think it's a game axis. Yeah. No member named this. So what would this be? This would be I guess they would remove these. Also, they might have changed this function so that it doesn't, you don't have to do int from enum. We'll see. Hopefully they have, because it's, yeah, expected enum. So that's really nice, because now we can just get rid of this. There we go. Okay. Font. Is it load font thing? Yeah. Let's do catch unreachable here as well. And I guess it's just called point now. Okay. Input. Okay. Yeah. Gamepad button. Is that correct though? Key. And we're not using the mouse, so Raylib gamepad access. Oh yeah. Gamepad access, gamepad access. This would be just a dot. Yeah, and also from enum. Yeah, wait. Do not that. Okay. Meta. Default value. No field name default value. Interesting. So what? Okay. I have to look this up because it feels like I want to have a default value. So let me show here. Okay. Default value and the sentinel fields on array and pointer have to use nullable, const, and opaque because SIG does not provide a way for the struct type to depend on a field's value. This isn't a problem, however, it isn't particularly ergonomic at times. Renames these fields to default value pointer and sentinel pointer respectively and adds helper methods default value and sentinel to load the value with the correct type as an optional. Okay. So we get a pointer type info here, and then S. Okay. So you get the sentinel like this. Right. So this is the type, and you can get the sentinel out. Okay, cool. And then here you have reify array. I'm not sure what that means. So we have a type which is an array with length 1, child u8 sentinel null equals to this. Okay. Couldn't you do this before? Maybe not. And then you have a sentinel. Okay, I guess you define it like this, I guess. So you say null or this. But wasn't it supposed to be... Oh, so this is how it was before. Oh, okay, I see. This is before and this is after, okay. So before you had to do this, so it's still possible, I guess. And then after you can say, you can call this function to get the sentinel. Okay. And then here, what's the difference? Oh, it's just that you have to say pointer now. But they don't show for default value. But I guess, I mean, it's gonna be the same thing. So, yeah, this is just pointer now, I guess. Yeah. Okay, and now we get no thing called struct. So we have to say struct like this now. And I guess struct field might change as well. We'll see. Maybe not. Okay. Sounds... wait. Oh yeah, so load sound can be an error, which is nice. It's nice that you can actually catch this error now. I'm just gonna catch unreachable because I'm lazy right now. And maybe I'll put that in like a to-do list to actually see if, okay, the sound doesn't exist, so we have to show a proper error message or whatever. And probably the same thing here. Yeah. I mean, we could maybe have like global. I wonder if you have can have like a catch-all thing. Okay, source UI 240. Okay, it's the key thing. And we'll do gamepad. Yeah. Probably axis as well, right? Maybe not. Oh, now we get some. Is this? Yeah, we get what's it called? Runtime errors. Panic. Attempt to unwrap error. Okay, so We got some errors. Load sound actually failed. Great. It's gonna be, yeah, Raylib error load sound. So what was the issue? Failed to open file. Why? Is it not there? Huh. So it never existed. So before it would just... Okay. Well, I guess maybe we don't actually... Do we actually use this though? Is that... I don't think we actually use it because there's no reference to it. I will do this then. Well, that's good that we can catch that now, because otherwise it would just load and not work. Okay. So does it, can we play? Does it work? I just have to make my... I think my controllers maybe needs to be charged a little bit. I'll plug it in here. There we go. Okay. Okay, so it does work. I'm just gonna try, I'm gonna go. Okay, so the scene transition crashes. Oh, I think I know why. Well, maybe not actually. Yeah, we're gonna have a million different debug things going on here. Unreachable. Get entrance. Okay, I'm not sure what happened there, but I'm not gonna fix that now because... Well, okay, I'm gonna try one thing, because I think that specific part is... might be... because I was doing an update to the editor, so the time maps, or I mean the scenes might actually have like a different format, so that's why it might not load properly or something. So this scene actually works. I think it's just because the other scene is in the process of being modified basically. But yeah, this works. Cool. Is this screen layout just for stream? Yes. Are you talking about the game or the editor or something? The editor. Okay. The text editor. So yeah, it is just for the stream. I have to like zoom in to make it readable for you guys. So it's kind of small for me, but it's necessary. So I've learn to live with it. I guess maybe it doesn't have to be this big. I don't know. I haven't really asked people if it could be like smaller or something. Necessary, but no one does it. Okay, nice. Yeah, I asked my brother for feedback when I first started, and he says that it was a little bit small, and that's why I zoomed in a little bit. Okay, do you need to have screen magnifier on this one, or is it like a good size? And I guess on a phone it would be a little tiny, maybe. And also I've noticed that on the phone and on the TV it's actually a lot darker as well than on the computer. So I actually bumped up the brightness on the game in order for people to actually see what's happening, because it was like super dark before. Okay. Welcome, by the way. Thanks for joining. Okay, so we're actually up to we actually upgraded this. I wasn't sure if we were gonna get here this stream, but apparently we did. So yeah, I need to also do this in another window, but I'm going to commit this. Yeah, update to 0.1. Great. I'm gonna change to the other window here so I don't leak out the token again. Wait, what's the issue now? Oh, it's the old token. Okay, yeah. There we go. Okay, there we go. What's your... Is it words per minute or what's WPM? Sounds 100. I have no idea. Sorry. Yeah. I don't know. All I know is that I often mistype. So it might be way less than you think. Okay, cool. So we actually updated to that. Oops. There you see. It's a different measurement probably is needed for that. Okay, so yeah, we got this one, and I will change this as well. Right. Okay, that was actually all I had planned for this stream, but we might have time for more, or maybe I should actually... we can do a little bit more, I guess. Let me just check something here. Yeah, thank you. Let's see if I can pronounce your name here. Curie Vliss. Curie Vliss. I'm not sure which like dialect or language I should use. I'm a beginner programmer, pretty anxious, but want to begin streaming. Okay, cool. Yeah, go for it. As long as you think it's, as long as you feel like it's, well, as long as you get something out of it, like I think when I started, I thought that it was like a really fun thing to do, so that helped me keep going and learn more. And streaming is also like a different beast as well. It's like yeah, I think it really helps keep you motivated and continue doing something. Like for me, this project is a huge part of it. Why I'm continuing with it is because of this, of streaming and making videos and stuff, and people like giving feedback. It's really nice. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, I guess we can continue a little bit more. I would not, well, I mean, you can do whatever you want, but I would not suggest starting with Zig though. Just because it, well, I mean, you can basically start with whatever you want, but if you want to learn sort of the core programming principles, or just get an what do you say, to be able to focus on like programming, core programming sort of ideas, then Lisp. Okay, well, I've actually not programmed in Lisp. I know what it is, and there's a lot of well, the joke is that there's like a lot of parentheses, but I've actually not tried that. I've tried Haskell, and well, if you want to talk about functional, well, that's a functional programming language, so it's also a little bit different than maybe what's like popular, I guess. I guess it depends on kind of what you want to do with programming. Closure is functional Lisp. Isn't Lisp a purely functional language? I thought so, anyway. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. And then Closure is like an implementation that you can use for something. I don't know. It's multi-paradigm. Okay. Cool. Yeah, maybe I'll look into that someday. I thought I've heard that Lisp was actually, that you couldn't really use it for, I might be totally wrong, but it was like, if it was like purely functional and you could only use it for like non side effects programming, but I could be totally wrong about that. Maybe it was another programming language. Closure runs, compiles, integrates with Java and JavaScript. Okay, cool. I mean, it sounds like you're more than a beginner. I guess you could argue that everyone is a beginner. You can make operating systems with common Lisp. Huh. Yeah. Okay. Well, you have to work. Well, you have to actually program in order to sort of learn, I think. If you just read, you're gonna have a hard time actually like solving issues, like solving problems and coming up with solutions to problems, because that's the kind of the brain branch that you need to work on when programming. At least that's what I think. Yeah, so I mean, if your issue is you're not programming, then I know the solution. Just start programming. Just follow some tutorial, try to come up with some of your own ideas and try to implement them. I was actually thinking of maybe having like sessions, like live sessions where we actually learn programming, something like that. Since I really like to introduce programming to people and yeah, just talk about it. But okay, I'm just gonna try and figure out what to do here. Well, yeah, we do have the new format for the editor stuff. So if we go to, I think it's, if we start with time map. So the time map document has a new format for, oh yeah, my LSP doesn't work. Format here. So we need to actually, so maybe that, if is that something you're interested in, like I don't know really, because the thing is, to get better or to learn programming, you have to do it yourself as well. So you have to like almost do like homework. If you're just fed through a video or through someone talking with you, it's not gonna stick the same way. It's not, you're not exercising your brain in the same way, because you're gonna have to learn how to break down, like let's say you wanna implement something, and how would you do it? So you would have to learn how to break down a larger problem into smaller parts, and that's a skill you have to learn as well. And then you have to know, okay, how do I make these smaller parts, and then you have to break those down, and so on and so forth. That's one of the skills that's kind of hard in the beginning to get into and learn, but then after a while it gets easier and easier. I guess you could teach people not programming but design via the video. Asking chat questions, what's the problem, what's the cause? I don't know. Yeah, maybe. I was thinking like maybe just having like trying to go through some theory and some examples, practical examples, and maybe having people like sort of like a class, having people like trying something out themselves, and then coming and maybe have some exercises in breaking down problems, something like that, because that's, I think you have to get into that mindset in order to actually be able to do something yourself. The little Lisper, okay, so I guess that's like a tutorial. Teaches operations on a list and recursion, okay. I guess that's a start. I mean, recursion is a huge part of functional programming. It's a little bit different if you want to go with functional or imperative. So that's, I think, if I'm gonna start, I think I'm gonna have to go with imperative, because that's like, I mean, I do like functional programming, but I think imperative is like, it's more popular, and it's I think most people are gonna learn that. But you're gonna learn things from both. I mean, recursion, of course, exists in imperative as well, and operations on lists also exists in imperative programming. Map and filter also exists and stuff like that. It's just that functional has like way more like advanced stuff when it comes to that stuff. Bash scripts, well, maybe. I mean, it's that's also useful, you know. But I was thinking of maybe more like systems programming or making like programs like this, like making games. Maybe would be a thing. Although it's pretty hard, but you would start. I mean, when you start to learn program, it's not that you're gonna make super useful stuff anyway in the beginning. You're just gonna make like toy programs in order to learn programming. So it doesn't really matter that much what project you're doing. You're just focusing on learning the concepts and learning how to make things work. So it could really be anything. The thing about bash scripts is they are like the syntax is quite weird. So I think I would rather work with something that is more easy. Like, for example, Python is I think one of the better languages to start with, because if you're going imperative, yeah, because you don't have to deal with static typing, you don't have to deal with learning like classes, you just deal with the core basic stuff. Turtle programs, like you mean the programming the turtle, like you already have the turtle can go up, down, left, right, or what you're... Yeah. Yeah, so that's like, yeah, that's like a little bit different than what I was thinking. I was thinking more like you actually learn like the tools that you can use in a real programming language. Like the turtle programming is like more of a toy programming language, you could say. You have these different, well, I guess, I mean, it wouldn't be that bad actually to go that route, because then you can only do maybe a couple of things, and that's the only things that you could do. I guess it's less daunting to start with that. So maybe that's a good idea actually. Yeah. Yeah, I would have to think a little bit about that. It's nice to get some feedback. Thanks. Well, I'll do a little bit more here and then we'll call it. So let's see. I think I want to get the game up and running to be able to load in the new time maps and stuff. So let's go over to our tile map. We should have like a serialized thing somewhere. Maybe. Wait, this is the component. Here is the thing. From file. We're reading in something here. We're reading JSON here. Here's the thing. So we actually don't care about history. So I wonder what the issue was that we had. Ignore unknown fields. Yeah, so history should be gone. That's fine. We have the tile map, which has grid, tile size, layers. Wait, was it actually time map that was the issue, or was it like scene or animation? Oh, it was animation, I think. Animation. Okay, yeah. So we go back here and we go animation. Actually, I think the time up scene was actually already done, so it's just the animations that we have to figure out. So we have recreating PDP-1 toys in Python, the 3 spiraling dots or the space war instead of just snake. Yeah, good ideas. I don't know what PDP-1 toys is, but I think one thing that I would like to have is like that the quote-unquote students or participants will try to think about something themselves, like, because that could be an exercise in so you could have predetermined, of course, projects as well, but then you could also have like they think about something themselves, and then, because that's an important thing in like thinking about what you could achieve, because in the beginning that's where it's hardest, because you have no idea what you could achieve, and maybe you're setting the ambition level too high because you don't really know how hard it is, and then when you start to try and make it, it's gonna be too hard. So then you're gonna learn like, okay, where is my actual ambition level, where is a realistic level that I can sit through, especially given a time limit and stuff. But that's like super hard to actually estimate how long something's gonna take. It's like, that's a classic problem in software engineering. You're never gonna get that right. So what you can do is exercise in figuring out, okay, I can make this, and then go like small steps, try to improve something very slightly, because you're gonna learn like, okay, I can make this up, I can make up whatever I want, and I can improve a little bit here, and then how do I actually do that? So that's the next thing. How do I break down this problem into smaller parts and actually implement it? Because that's like one of the prerequisites to be able to program, breaking down a problem in smaller parts. I'll be an AI coding assistant. Well, I'll be able to answer questions. I'll be able to give maybe some insights, some intuition maybe around things, like, because I know that when I started learning, I was by myself and I just followed tutorials on the internet, and those tutorials, I mean, this was like a long time ago. There was like limited resources and stuff, but if I had some coach or someone that could like answer the questions, help me get through things, I might have gone further into some of the projects that I was trying to do, and maybe learned a bit quicker. So that's I guess, well, learning quicker in the sense that you would focus on the things you need to focus on in the start, and not try to do stuff that don't get you anywhere. So more efficient learning, I guess. I could review your code, sure. I mean, I have never programmed in Lisp, but I mean, I guess it's like very close to other functional programming languages. So what language would it be? I guess I can try. I mean, if you want. Okay. Wait, so this one should be the same. Yeah. So what is animations here? That's one animation. And here we have all the animations, right? Yeah. So here we have, so scale does not exist anymore. Yeah, scale is just gone. So we don't even need this. I don't think it's even used anywhere. Yeah. So we'll remove that. Texture file name is renamed to texture file or texture path. It's not really necessary maybe, but there you go. Texture file name. Okay, it's only the JSON that has it, so I think actually we can update these files and just do texture path. Okay. And then we can also remove texture scale as well. Oh, there's gonna be like a, we have to remove this. Do you have it like in a repo or something? Okay, there we go. Oh, you don't have the code? Okay. There we go. Okay, so let's run, I guess. Okay, yeah, that still works. I wonder why it crashed when trying to transition to the left. Let's figure that out, actually. Yeah, it still crashes. Oh yeah, you're not hearing the sound actually. Let me add that. Oh, I should really change. Okay, let me just fix this. I'll remove these. There we go. Do we have any other debug stuff? Monster state. I will remove this. I think there was, I was trying to fix something. Don't remember now what it was. Entity, well that's, no, that's in the debug, so that should be fine. Okay. Oops. Here's the crash. Holy shit, what's happening here? Okay, so I guess that's fine. It's reusing entity. It's reusing entity IDs here, or yeah. Well, that should be fine because we're not using that number. We're using like the actual ID for that. So it's gonna be the same. Reach unreachable code. Right, so we did see this before. So let's see. Game level 490. It did not find an entrance. Now, which thing was it loading here? Load. Time app. Init level. Now, what's happening here? I need the scene. Game scene. Which one is it? Transition, load scene. Yeah, I should have a log here. Loading scene. Okay, we'll fix this error and then I have to go. Oops. Did the jump actually change? It feels like I can jump like way higher. Okay, I can fix that later. So, I just need to figure out loading scene. That's the village. And then forest entrance scene JSON. What? Oh, the game editor. Okay. Right. I think that's maybe one of the changed ones. Yeah. This has items. Wait. But then it should have failed loading it in the first place. Okay, so it should be the same. This should be items as well. Right. So what was it? Get entrance key. Yeah. We're trying to create the player. So test village. We have the exit on the left and the exit on or to the right. And then the forest. Oops. And then this one has entrance key right. So it should. Wait. No. Key. Oh, it's misspelled. Okay. Why is it doing that? Okay, there we go. Okay. It seems to. Oh, we got some errors. Is it leaks? Yes. We got some leaks. I think started with mine test factorio and coming up with a mod idea implementing on stream. Okay, cool. Lua scripting, yeah. That's actually good because if you want to use something like NeoVim, that actually, which is a text editor that I'm using here, that we actually have, well, that actually uses Lua as a scripting language to load like or to make like plugins and stuff. So that's actually kind of good. And there's a lot of games like engines that uses Lua as because it as a scripting language because it's easy to sort of integrate with C and C++. And you're using Emacs, and maybe that's why you want to use Lisp. So yeah, cool. I've actually never tried it, but and I don't think I ever will, because I'm stuck with NeoVim here, and I think it's yeah, it's enough for me. Yeah, I really love like building games and like games which have like that sort of like maybe programming and so that type of game, like building you know, the like Factorio type games basically. So I actually maybe next project that I'm gonna do myself would be that kind of game. Maybe we'll see. Yeah, automation. Yeah. Okay, so why is this happening here? We have the array list stuff. Where is this crossing into my code here? Oh, this is actually from the other project, CGE. So we are creating the intersections, right? And where are we using it? Why does, okay. Find intersections, yes. So let's just see where we do that. A lot of places, okay. Let's just check why we are not freeing this up correctly here. Oops, this. We're freeing it there, we're freeing it here. Here we're not freeing it, it looks like. Ah, it's like, yeah, it's the new code. So we need the allocator. Let's move you up there. Allocator free non-blocking sections. And here as well. And sections. Okay, cool. Here we're freeing it. Here we are freeing it. Here we're freeing it. Okay. Cool. Let's try this again. And if you think about it, that's programming. Like automation, like programming is equal to automation almost. You're telling the computer, well, you're telling a computer what to do, and part of that is automating something as well. Looping and doing something. Wait. Oh. Beyond all reason is open source RTS in Lua. People haven't used like toolmaker potential. Yeah, okay, so I know there's also I'm not sure if this project is worked on anymore, but it Strategus which was used to implement all sorts of different RTS games, like Warcraft and Warcraft 2, Starcraft, a lot of like different self-made stuff as well. Or it's kind of old, I guess, but it uses Lua. Yanni Bor uses recoil engine. It's 3D. Okay, cool. You can see there when he fell down, or it fell down, kind of spazzed out, and that's because the code that checks for ledges is active. Okay, so it works. Now let's see if we get some errors. No, cool. So we fixed the glitch or the leaks. By the way, Candria is Metroidvania in Common Lisp. Okay, cool. Candria, I haven't heard of that. It looks cool. I have to try this. Do you like Metroidvanias? It doesn't use Rayleigh, but its own engine. Okay. I mean, yeah, if you want to make maybe something more advanced, I guess, you would, I guess, stray from using existing things. And there are more advanced like libraries that you can use as well, but if you just want to do some very simple things like I'm doing, it's not necessary right now, at least, to make something. I mean, I did make the physics engine, but not the rendering stuff or the sound stuff. Okay, I might try this actually. Candria, how long is it? $5 hours, 6 hours. Okay. Well, at least according to this. Yeah. I mean, I would guess so because of the price point. Haven't played much of this genre. I mean, I guess there are. I don't know how many games there are. Like if you want to look at percentages, I think Metroidvanias are in the lower parts, I would guess. I don't know, but if you want to play a good Metroidvania that's kind of new, or it's not really new, but you know, the genre has existed for a long time. But Hollow Knight, if you haven't played that, is I would recommend. It's one of the staples of the genre, I would say. And also Super Metroid, old but gold. I have basically any kind of Metroid, like 2D Metroid. I guess 3D also works, but it's a little bit different what I'm doing here. I mean, it's the same genre, I guess, but it's like a different feel to it. Let's see. Where are we now? So did I do anything that's written down? I guess we can do this. Well, okay, yeah, the global state. I don't know actually if I have that. Yeah, camera boundaries. Man, camera is such an interesting problem as well. There's like, it's so much to it that you don't think about when actually playing a game that it does automatically for you. And it has a lot to do with gameplay, like secrets and a whole bunch of stuff that you have to think about. Okay, yeah, so procedurally generated platformer. What was that called? Okay, yeah, so thank you very much for joining. I have to leave now, but yeah, alright, thanks for watching and I hope you have a nice day.